What I want to do now is I want to actually, instead of having the score and the lives up on the top of the screen, I want to make them at the bottom of the screen here. So I need to make some extra space at the bottom of the screen. I can change the size of the game playing area quite easily by clicking from Objects to Settings. And I want an extra 5 spaces down the bottom. So an extra 5 spaces would be an extra 80, because each little square is equal to 16. So I need to add 80 onto that, which gives me 560. And that gives me an extra 5 squares down the bottom. I'm going to go back to Objects, and I'm going to draw a little wall around the outside of that. So I need my wall block. So I hold down my Shift key and keep my hand keep my hand reasonably steady. I can draw that along there and up there, and get rid of those guys. So I've now got a space in which to write them in, and I want the lives to be over on this side. So I need to pick a space I want them to go. So I'm going to go for about there. Now if I look at the bottom of the screen, I can see there's an X is 400 and Y is 496. You have to look right at the very bottom of the screen. It's going to appear down here. If I move things around, it's going to take it off the screen. But you're looking here. So I want 400 and 496. Okay, that's where I want them to appear. So I need to create a new object. So I'm going to call Draw Lives. I'm going to add an event to that, and the event I'm adding is a draw event. So you're saying I want you to draw something onto the screen. What I want you to draw onto the screen are, if I click onto the score, are the number of lives. Now we need the numbers from before, which were 496 and 400, I think. And I need to tell it which picture I wanted to draw there. Well, I think I want it just stopped forwards. Now, of course, at the moment, it doesn't know how many lives there are at the beginning of the game. So I also need to tell it that at the beginning of the game, drop that into there, we start off with 3 lives. So what I'm saying is, draw onto the game 3 lives and draw them down at 496, 400. Okay? If that's wrong, of course, you can always come back and change it. So click OK. Now this needs to go into the game. It needs to go into this room. It seems slightly odd because it doesn't have a picture to go with it. So if I click on Draw Lives, and it doesn't matter where I put it. Where I put it doesn't make any difference to where they're drawn. I've already told it where to draw them, which was 496 and 300. So I now click Play. It'll go through the splash screen as usual. So click off the splash screen. Okay, I say I've got that wrong. Those are in the wrong place. Okay, that's not where I wanted them to be. That's okay. If I go back to the game, when it loads back up, okay, I can check again. I wanted it to be about here, which was 496. So 400 and 496. So it's 400 and 496. So it's the other way around. So click OK. Click OK again. Tell him to play again. It becomes get off the splash screen, and there they are down here. Now they are right next to each other. There is a way of making them spaced out, but that really involves drawing new sprites to go in here, and that's sort of simple enough. And every time he loses a life, this number of sprites in this box down here will go down, will be reduced.